This is my favorite Mexican rice recipe. You just need to make sure you have enough liquid in it. So I'm gonna do a splash of liquid more. And when I say splash, I mean the rest of the container. That's perfect. You're just gonna stir it up because rice is just gonna suck up all of this moisture. This is a crowd favorite. This is the easiest way to make in bulk if I'm having like a group of people over. Everybody loves this Mexican rice. And then for the top, we just need to do a little more. I'm gonna use the whole bag, so I'm just gonna cut it off. Does not need to be resealable. And we're just gonna push it on top. Yep, great. And just make sure you spread it out with your hands a little bit. And it's ready to go into the oven. Make sure that you mix it up before you put it in the oven, because if you don't mix it up, then the rice won't cook evenly. So you're gonna make sure you mix it. So we've got our tomatoes and our beans and our onions and our rice and our cooked ground beef. That's really important. Make sure that you cook your ground beef. I used a strainer because I drained the fat. So this is how I drained the fat. So when I dumped it in, I used a strainer. And then just put it in the oven. It's all baked. The cheese is perfectly cooked. You can tell what side was facing what part of the oven. This is facing the back side, so it's a little more cooked. So you can rotate it halfway through if you wanted. Okay, so this is my Mexican rice with ground beef, beans, tomatoes, onions, cheese, beef rice, beef broth, and cheese on top. So remember, you might have thought I put too much liquid in it, but look, the liquid has all disappeared. Why? Because the rice needs it. So let's get into this. Let's just make sure we've got the edges. And I also made sure to drain all the fat off the meat before you put it in. Now, some of the fat is still gonna be in there, but that's okay. Ready? Let's mix this up. You're gonna see how good. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is our Mexican rice. So you can either serve it mixing it like I'm doing right now, or you can serve it without the mix and people can get the crispy cheese on top. But I like to do this so everybody gets a little more cheese on it. Yum. That is some good looking rice. And then if you want, you can put more cheese on top. Also, I use the beef style rice, and you can also use the Mexican style rice. So whatever's available. That's the only thing they had, and I was making Mexican rice, and so that's what I grabbed. But honestly, anything you want. Now this is cooked perfectly. I used all the liquid in the beans, all the liquid in the beef broth, in a 24-ounce container, and that was enough liquid for all of this. So just so you know, you can gauge how much you need. This was plenty. Look at this. Okay, let's give this buddy a little try. It's gonna be so hot. Yum! That is so good. You could also boil this on the stove if you wanted. You don't have to do it in the oven. You could boil it on the stove, and that would be about 25 minutes. You do exactly the same things, but you could do that too. Yum! So this is just it mixed up, ready to be served. If you want, you can put sour cream chunks on top of it, more fresh cheese, honestly, whatever you want.